Hello, good morning friend. I am Dr. R B Andhale. In today we deal with the chapter number 4 of last topics in that introduction to five kingdom classification. Before this we go to the introduction of five kingdom classification. Now we discuss about the simple phenomena, what part we learn in the last lecture, and then we go to the fourth part. Basically, in last lecture we discussed about different part. In very first we discussed the species concept. What is the definition of species? Then the related information of species we discussed in the last lecture. Then we also go to the types of species. In that type of species is the biological species is a very important concept. Then evolutionary species, then skeptic species. These are the different species we are discussing in the last lecture also. And last part we also discuss about binomial nomenclature. Now today's session we discuss about the some part in that we learn about what is the methods is followed by the previous of five kingdom classification. What are the drawbacks or demerits of the old classification methods? And then we go to the five kingdom classification. In that, why learn this? This system is basically you understand the previous method, organism and classification and its character. In introduction of old kingdom classification methods, these methods is followed by the before the 1970, and that time the few characters they are followed by the scientist the classification. First one, there is a whole life or organism is divided into the two parts. One is the animal kingdom and another one is the plant kingdom. These only two part whole life is divided. All animals and plant and microorganism divided into two groups, kingdom plantae and kingdom animal. How that divide? The few character they followed. The very first character they followed it. Those organisms are fixed to any substratum. They have the ability to photosynthesis. They have the green color pigmentation. This green color pigmented, that means chlorophyll found in that organism. They synthesize own food materials. That groups put in the one kingdom. This is known as the kingdom plantae. And another groups, those organisms are not attached to any substratum. They are freely movable. That animal they are absent of the chlorophyll pigment. Then they are depend on other for food. That organism put in the another phylum. This is known as a kingdom Animalia. Then the next one man is comes the Linnehook, and Linnehook is a very important man in the life sciences because he invented the one important instrument for biological science. This is the invention of microscopy. Microscopy invention is come across, and then the micro life is open. He examining the world of water drops in the organism in it. That a single drop, the single water drop or single aquatic ecosystem, they observe that the many thousands of organisms found in it, and then afterwards they observe some other character also. The Linnaeus follow the two kingdom classification, but there is a these two kingdom classification we are already discussed. Organism is divided into the plantae and animalia, but the Linnean observation we are see that there is a few characters. The microscopic observation, the one parameter is added to the in the classification, that is the prokaryotic and eukaryotic. those organisms have absent of nucleus, microscopic in nature, the size about 0.5 to 1 micron in micrometer. That organism put in one group, this is the prokaryotics. And other, there is a eukaryotics. Basically, eukaryotic, that means those organism cell have the presence of the two nucleus, that organism put in the another group, this is known as the eukaryotes. Then again another parameters come, there are unicellular organism or multicellular organism. The unicellular organism, these organisms have the two nucleus, single cell life, for example amoeba, euglena, paramecia, then opalina. These are the different organisms, they are unicellular organism. Then the another group, this is a multicellular organism. That organism need to the number of cell and then form the own body. This is known as a multicellular organism. Again, the prokaryotic, eukaryotic, the second parameter they followed, the unicellular and multicellular organism. Here we see the pictures, this is a multicellular organisms. Then the next parameter already discussed, they are photosynthetic organism or non-photosynthetic organism. The photosynthetic organism, this is the presence of the chlorophyll pigment, and non-photosynthetic organism, there is absent of the chlorophyll. With those two pictures, we are observed the upper picture is the green pigmentation is present, and the lower animals there is a absent of the chlorophyll pigment. Next parameters we specifically discuss about the animal side. Those animals have unicellular eukaryotic organism, that animals is known as a protozoans, and those animals are the multicellular in life, multicellular organism, this is known as a metazoan. That means they will be divided into the protozoans and metazoans. What are the drawbacks of the old classification systems? The very first, in that classification system, only the two kingdoms, that means kingdom Animalia and kingdom Plantae. That means here is the no reflection of any phylogenetic relationships, and therefore the one major drawbacks come across in this classification. This is the no relationships observed in the phylogen. Second, there is all organism group are not really distinguished and not practically working the scheme, and therefore the another drawbacks is that this whole classification system there is not separated the very specific and practically is not followed this whole classification. And then the next man is a come across are followed by the five kingdom classification. Who is the man? The Whittaker's. According to Whittaker's Whittaker is followed by the this two kingdom classification is replaced to the five kingdom classification. And this five kingdom classification they follow the some characters. Which are the characters? Very first, he observed that the cell structure complexity. The cell is prokaryotic or cell is eukaryotic. This is the very first character he observed. Then he also observed the organism, how is the body. Body is simple, single cellular or body is multicellular. And third parameter, there is what are the mode of nutrition. There is nutrition is autotrophic or nutrition is heterotropic. Autotrophic, that means those organisms synthesize their own food material. This is the autotrophic organism. Those organisms they not synthesize their own food material, they depend to the other. This is known as a heterotropic. And these three parameters is very important to the replacement of the two kingdom classification to the five kingdom classification. Which are the five kingdoms? Which are they? Very first, kingdom Monera, then kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae, kingdom Animalia. These are the five groups where Whittaker is divided into the all organism or all life in the five kingdoms: Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. we just go to the pictorial presentation in here. Here we observe that these five kingdom classification pictorial forms. Here in left side corner, these are all prokaryotic organism. For example, actinomyces, eubacteria. These all bacteria, archaebacteria, they belong to this group. This is the Monera. Then second, this is the eukaryotic single cell organism. This is known as the protistans. Then these are the multicellular heterotrophic organism. This is known fungi. Then those organisms have the chlorophyll pigment. Multicellular organism. This is known as the kingdom Plantae. And the last fifth phylum, there is all animals put in the kingdom Animalia. Those animals are depend on the other organisms for nourishment. Then we discuss about what are the features of the kingdom Monera. Kingdom Monera, that means it is word monos, that means single. That's very small minute animal. This is the Monera. Microscopic monos animals. Here the picture is observed that these are the different microscopic organisms are put, their prokaryotic cells is there, that organism put in the kingdom Monera. In that it belong to the bacteria, it also belong to the actinomycetes, it also belong to the cyanobacteria and some viruses. You know that nowadays the whole world is facing to the one major problem, the corona, and these viruses also belong to the kingdom Monera. Then this picture will see that here is the some group of bacteria, that means cocci, then the bacillus, then mycobacteria, cyanobacteria, then actinomyces. These all the groups is belong to the kingdom Monerans, or eubacteria, archaebacteria, cyanobacteria is belong to the kingdom Monera. Also, we also go to the what are the major features of that. In that, this Moneran cell is the lack of cell organelle. Which other cell organelle is not found in Monerans? In that there is a ribosome is there, but the endoplasmic reticulum, this photosynthesis machinery platform, is absent in that cells. Then Golgi complex packaging of proteins mechanism is also present, but the Golgi complex is absent here. Lysosome suicide bag is absent in the bacteria. Then mitochondria is also absent in that, and these four major organelle is absent in the prokaryotic or the organism or monerans. Here we see the pictures. This is bacterial. Inside the pictures we are only observe the nucleoid, that is absent of nuclei. No seen any ER, Golgi, lysosome or mitochondria. Then the next group of the organism is also belong to the kingdom Monera. This is known as archaebacteria. These all archaebacteria is come across or found or develop in the very extreme condition occur on the earth at the very previous life of archaebacteria there is developed on the earth, and this is the extreme condition of bacteria. What are the major importance of the Monerans? Very first importance of Moneran, this is a mineralization. Most of the animals, most of the Monera organism are belong to the or actively participate in the mineralization process, and therefore it is very important to the maintain the ecosystems. Second, they also act as a decomposer. That means in nature, the number of nowadays you are observed that the human anthropogenic activity, so many wastage were produces, and therefore these all wastage, in that the most of wastage is decomposition mechanism is carried by this helpful organism. This is the Monerans, and this is two major importance for the kingdom Monera. Then we go to the Next group or next kingdom, kingdom Protista. The kingdom Protista, that means very primary eukaryotic life. This is the Protista or primary lives. They are unicellular eukaryotic organism. Most of the Protista are aquatic in life. These organisms, you have observed the pictures, the amoeba, euglena, paramecia, opalina, plasmodium, trypanosoma, these all organisms are the protistans. Then diatoms, this organism is belong to the kingdom Protista. The kingdom Protista, there is organism that have the some locomotory mechanism. Some organisms are locomoted by the sauropodia, some organism is locomoted by the flagella, some organism locomoted by cilia. They in the flagella there is have the special arrangement of the macrotubule, that means 9+2 arrangement found in the flagella. Then the next parameters or character features of the protistans. The protistans are the holozoic organism. What is the holozoic? These pictures we are observed that there is a whole food is grabbed by this organism. They take ingest it, whole body, digest it, and undigested food matter that eject out. This is a holozoic. Whole organism ingest in the body and then digestion is carried out. This is a holozoic type of nutrition is found in the organism in protistans. Diverse life. Here the second picture we are observed that there is a different organism found in the small. These aquatic life, there is found a different animal. There is very diverse life, diverse organism found in the protistans. Reproduction, in that the protistan have followed by the two type of reproduction, sexual type of reproduction and the sexual type of reproduction. Then they have some group of protistans, they have ability to synthesize the own food materials. They have the chlorophyll pigment, and that means their photosynthesis mechanism also found in that organism. And the last one is very important to the protistan group. This is they also act as a decomposer. That means the degradation of the different part or different materials, they degrade it, degradation mechanism they participate, and therefore they are also important to maintain the clean environment. Then third, kingdom fungi. It grows within the tissue. They are parasitic in nature. They are multicellular heterotrophic organism. That means there is absent of chlorophyll pigment. They depend on the nourishment for the another organism or decaying matters. This organism nourishment is carried by the absorptive mechanism. Any decaying matters, wetty area, there is grow it and absorb the food material from that tissue part. Here we see the pictorial forms, the different type of fungi grow in the different tissue and absorptive nourishment. It is familiar to all of us. There is in the life or in the every rainy season it comes, we are observed the so many different type of fungi in our environment. You are experienced that. Here another one example is that how is reproduction is carried out in the fungi. The fungi, the reproduction is carried by the mold body. Here we see that this is the mold body and the edges there is moldus is there, and these edge particles there is spore formation and synthesis of the new body. This is mold. And second one, mushroom or the pulp body. The second picture we are observing here is a pulp. Directly grow the pulp body and develop it. This is that type of reproduction is take place in that. Then another important feature, this fungi also the harmful to the human application, that means agriculture. They also act as a parasitic fungi and they create the different or they act as a different plant pathology. They can cause the different diseases. For example, rust, wilt, leaf spot. Here we see this plant, see the different dots, brown dot or whole area is damaged, and this occur due to the infection of or attack of fungi. Second, in all food materials there is fruit or vegetables, we see the some patches. In the tomato we are seeing here, there is some patches is there, and these patches is caused due to the parasitic fungi. These are the harmful impact on the organism, and some fungi they are useful to us. You see the picture forms in here. They basically these are the different milk product, yogurt, then idli, then cheese, butter paneer. These are all the product is get due to the some useful fungi. This is the yeast. Saccharomyces cerevisiae is one of the species of fungi, is very useful to the human life in the food technology. It also useful to the wine technology also. Wine development is also the Saccharomyces cerevisiae. The sugar material is converted into alcohol. Then also some other, there is the other some fungi also useful to the biopesticide. For example, Bessinia beaveri is one of the example, is useful for the biopesticide. Then kingdom plantae. I am not go to the detail about kingdom plantae. This is a very small part. I go to the characters. In botany you will learn in details. Kingdom plantae, those organisms have the green color, multicellular organism, blue green algae, the red green algae. These are the example of the microscopic algae or aquatic life. Then very major important features of the kingdom plantae, there is all cell have present the outer cover, rigid cover is there. This is the cell wall. Then it is another important feature already discussed in the first slide. This is kingdom plantae. There is a non-motile organism. There is fixed to the any substratum. We starting from the shrubs to the tree, all are the fixed to any substratum. Here we see the different organism. That means here we see the orchid plant, then runner plant, then trees. There is different example you will observe in this pictorial presentation. They synthesize the own food materials. That means it present of the chlorophyll pigment. And here is pictures is observed that the all plant take the three parameter from the natures. For example, water take from the root, then carbon dioxide take from the environment, and sunlight is take from the energy from the sun. These taken by the leaf. In the leaf, the photosynthesis process is completed, and finally we get it they produce the own food material, as well as there is also produce the oxygen and this is the oxygen is very important to the whole animals. Some plants are also act as an insectivorous plant. This insectivorous, we see the pictures. Venus plant is act as an insectivorous in nature, and also other plants they have the symbiotic association. For example, lichens. This is the symbiotic association is there. Then kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Animalia, we are observed that there is some character features of the kingdom Animalia. This all organism are the metazoan animal. What is the metazoan? Those animal are eukaryotic cell, multicellular in nature. This is tissue mechanism or tissue processes, tissue found in the organism. That organism is known as the metazoan animal. Here we see that one example. This is the Coelenterate hydra in phylum Coelenterate. Hydra is there, and hydra is the, you see the tissue is found, tissue number of cells come together, form the tissue and then develop the organism. This is a metazone organism. Then the nourishment of this nutrition is depend on the holozoic type of nutrition. Their ingestion through they ingest the other organism. We can see this organism, see the another pictures. We are observe that one important things to these things, we are observe the organism in ingestion, the ability of cell contraction. We have seen the pictures and transmit the nerve impulse from one things to the other things. There are also parasitic life. We are observe the Plasmodium, Trypanosoma, elephantiasis. They are cause the different diseases to the organism. We are see the pictures of that, and they have the great diversity of from porifera to the mammals, and we learn in detail in the next chapter gender character of kingdom Animalia. In summary part, we learn the previous classification, drawbacks and five kingdom classification. Thank you.